I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind if I see another video editor waste his potential. I see so many people go to university completely blindly for video editing and then waste all of their potential without looking at the other options. Video editing is a 10 out of 10 in terms of a business model online. However, if you're a video editor looking for career options, realistically you do have 3 options. However, 2 out of 3 of those options just make me want to do a backflip off a bridge. So when I was about 12 years old, I really got into video editing. I saw those phase montages on Call of Duty, and I thought they were just so cool. I mean, the effects that you can do are just incredible. And then I made my own gaming YouTube videos. When my friends and I would play Minecraft, Bed Wars, whatever, Egg Wars at the time, I would create the compilations. When we would do Hunger Games and school projects, it was always me doing the video editing for school projects, and I loved it. I loved the fact that it was almost like comedy, but visual. So you could use comedic timing and stuff on top of the screen and all that stuff. It was something so new to me, and I wanted to make a career out of it when I was about 16. So I went down the first path, which is the most common, freelancing. I looked up how to be a freelance video editor. I found the website Fiverr and Upwork. And so originally I applied to Upwork and they declined my position because there's too many video editors. It's extremely saturated. And Fiverr, I had postings for about 3 years and I never got a single response. Not a single person tried contacting me for work. At the time I was still making my own projects and those were going well. I loved having a YouTube channel, making video editing content. But I wanted to make some money. And it was only until one day I was working at the grocery store as a 17-year-old kid, and someone walked in from New Orleans. He walked in and he asked me what I wanted to be when I was older. This is a true story, by the way. And I said I wanted to be a video editor, but I can't find any work. And lucky enough, his son was some big celebrity, and he wanted to start a YouTube channel. So he hired me as the video editor. He paid me $15 an hour, but at the time, I was making $500 every month, every couple months off that. That's not bad. As a 17-year-old kid on your own time, that's not bad. But I soon to learn that I hated the content. I really didn't like working for him. I thought we didn't click very well. And on top of that, I just didn't like the topic. We were making videos I had no idea about. How am I going to make a video on a topic I got no idea about, That's how I express my creativity is through videos. But if I don't know anything about the topic, how am I going to express my creativity? So it essentially led me to quitting that, and then I went into university for visual effects, thinking that was the way out of video editing. If I know video editing, I can probably learn visual effects, and that's going to make me the most amount of money. I already told my story on that. I dropped out of visual effects. I absolutely hated that as well. It was just mind-numbing work. It wasn't even video editing. It was like changing small variables and animation and all that stuff. It was miserable. Then after that, I had a bit of a 1.5 year, 2-year break, and I finally found out the best way to make money video editing. And if my story sounds like you, and you sound like someone that needs a bit more guidance in video editing, then pause this video right now and click the top link in the description. Join my school community. It's completely free, and you can send me a direct message and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. This is where I think most people that are good at content creation, in terms of their actual career path, have a complete brain fart. Chances are, if you watched this far in the video, you're thinking outside of the box. You heard the other 2 ways. You heard freelancing, bad experience with a client. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do visual effects. You don't want to go to university for some degree to work for someone else's company. You want to make the big bucks. You want to work in a company which you founded by yourself, giving you the freedom. And that's exactly what I did. I mean, think about it. You have probably consumed 30 plus videos today that someone else has edited. Someone else got paid for making those videos. You probably watched hundreds of dollars worth of content being created. Who's creating this content? They're influencers and they're businesses. So it doesn't make sense to me. People watch hours and hours of reels and they just think you can't make money video editing, or they're dumbfounded of how to make money. Why don't you become the video editor? Why don't you make the content for other people? Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in a corporate job making $30 an hour. And $30 an hour isn't bad at starting, but the work that you're going to be putting in is not going to be relative to the amount you're making 4 years, 5 years, 6 years down the line. And just think about it. Making money on video editing is something completely new. Unless you've been in the film industry or the TV industry, this is completely new. And who do we have teaching this? Universities. Why the hell would you go to university, the classic education school system, to learn video editing when they have been behind in every single other aspect when it comes to entrepreneurs trying to succeed? There's so many people out there that will teach you for free online how to do video editing. It is one of the easiest skills to learn because there's just so much information on it, no matter which program you use. You can even find CapCut professionals. CapCut is extremely easy to use. And I know, starting your content creation business might seem pretty daunting at first. You don't know who to contact, and you don't know exactly what prices to charge or what sort of value you're providing. But I got over that, and I can also help you get over this same hurdle. However, if you're also a video editor and you're consuming SMMA content, you need to watch out. Because a lot of these gurus that teach SMMA content, they don't actually have people with skills in mind. They're targeting towards the brain rot generations. Of course, people who are completely brain rotted aren't watching make money online business models, but there are a good chunk of people that are completely oblivious and they're still consuming this content. And they have no real world skills to back anything up. So what you need to do is think a bit outside of the box. When someone tells you to do one business model, think about, does that actually apply to you? Does that actually align with your skills? So your 5-step process, which you need to follow to make money in your own business through video editing, is 1, create your portfolio. This can be on Instagram, a website. Instagram's great because you can also build social proof, a following, and also a brand while showcasing your portfolio. And it's free, so I recommend that. 2nd, you want to outreach to your desired businesses. Which businesses do you enjoy? Which businesses do you consume the most amount of content from? What content stands out? What content can be improved? Which businesses can you provide value to? Think about all of that. 3rd, you might not like the sound of this, but perform free work. And this doesn't have to be months on end of free work as some intern. I'm talking about auditing their profile, asking for sample footage, using that sample footage and then making them logos, and then making them free content from there. Just as a little warm introduction, right? Number 4 is disclosing your offer. This is essentially going to be a sales meeting. You want to actually show them what you can do. You want to show them what you have planned for them, your exact offer, your money back guarantee. All of those concepts that people like Alex Hormozi talk about, you want to be utilizing those in this business. Fact of the matter, you need to find out how you can provide the most amount of value without overworking yourself. Don't provide too much, but don't provide too little. Just get them to their goal. And number 5, the most overlooked out of any of them, delivering results. So for creating your portfolio, as I said, on Instagram is the best way to do this. If you want to get a website, fine, go ahead. But what you should do is not post random content, is actually make content that's designed or targeted towards your audience. Show them that you know how to engage people. Use subtitles, use voiceovers, all these elements that are super useful in actually creating good content. You can create mock advertisements if you want to go down that route, or you can even just create videos that specifically help out your audience. If you're trying to help out people in the sports scene grow a bigger audience following, then keep making sport content or keep providing value. Now, once you've found your ideal business that you like, you're going to start outreaching to a ton of them. You can cold call them, you can cold email, you can even cold approach them in person, go into their store and tell them about your service. That's probably the most rewarding one to do. It is going to be the toughest, but it's going to get you the most amount of results. Once you find people that are willing to accept free work from you, you're going to have a huge catalog of all of their videos, because a lot of business owners, they've got massive Google Drives of videos and photos waiting to be posted. You would be surprised the amount of clients I talk to that send me huge catalogs of videos and photos. It's like an endless playground. You can do whatever you want with them. Use those, create more videos than you actually promise them. Over deliver on this part. For example, if you told them you'd create one video, which you should, create them 3. Create them 1 good for a Facebook advertisement, create them 1 long form content video, and then create them also 1 short form content video. You can even create them logo intro animations and outro animations. Go above and beyond. Graphic design, show them all of your talent, whatever you have, put it all on the paper. And then when it comes to disclosing your offer, finally trying to sell to them after you've built up a good amount of rapport and trying to sell them on one of your packages, whether this be on Zoom or in person, you want to construct a really good offer. What you want to offer is more than just videos. You want to offer them a more desirable end result. You can figure out what their goal is, and I'm going to be making some videos on sales, so check those out. But in terms of a sales call, what you want to be doing is finding their pain points and finding out how you can solve that through your content. You're probably going to need to combine some things with your content, like Facebook advertising and learning how to do copywriting and scripting. But those are really insignificant things to learn compared to video editing. Video editing is the hardest one out of all of those, and you've already mastered that. So congratulations, because that's a big step. But in the sales call, once you finally do the pitch to them, you want to disclose everything that they could be doing to improve and tell them about the best case scenario. Nowadays, we've got platforms like Skool where people can sell their services, and if you're working for an automotive shop that's very friendly, maybe they want to sell online courses on how to do repairs on a Mazda RX-7, an extremely niche vehicle. There'd be a huge market for that. I mean, you could offer that to a business. You could say, hey, if you grow a big enough audience, this is an option. That's a new revenue stream right there. Another thing you want to focus on is make sure it's a fully done for you service. 0 stress from the employer whatsoever. Make sure you handle everything and that is clearly communicated. Because at the end of the day, if you provide a service that saves them time with getting them a result, that is overpowered. And number 5 is the most overlooked. Delivering results. This is more important than anything in your business. Once you have a client, you need to respect that. You need to understand that he finally took you on as your first client, and you need to go above and beyond to deliver him the results. Don't work yourself completely to the bone, but really just understand that no matter how tough it gets, don't get too lazy and actually deliver. Because once you have that 1 case study and that 1 good word, that 1 testimonial, you'll start getting referrals. And on top of that, once you get referrals, you're going to be ahead of 90% of agency owners. That is the best thing that you can have. Because a lot of agencies out there, they can't actually keep clients. And a lot of agency gurus can't actually keep clients. So if you're that one person that can, that is how you stand out from your competition. And that's how you're going to make a ton of money in the future with video editing.